like clockwork, whenever someone is obviously a spectacular play when it comes to fantasy or when it comes to sports betting, they can never finish the game. Something weird always happens to them. I'm not gonna watch a Portland Trailblazer game to see what happened to my Bobby Williams. All I know is he played 5 minutes in the first quarter, smashed the second quarter, never came back out. They said concussion. I didn't see it. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not gonna watch a Portland Trailblazer highlight reel or watch a Portland Trailblazers game to see what happened. It's already done. We already know what time it is. I'm gonna just say this: when that class action lawsuit hit, it's gonna be very wonderful. You got Anthony Edwards up top 9,500. He's absolutely in play, and I think Minnesota should just play through him. They should make Julius Randle like a spot up shooter or something, and just let the same way they used to run through Harden in Houston. That's how they need to play with Anthony Edwards if they have any shot to win. All that passing the ball around and letting everybody fuck all that. Just play through Anthony Edwards, get the fuck out the way. Booker Booker should be a lot better with his buddy Durant coming back. You know, everybody loves to play the Lakers. I'm still not paying 9K for Booker. Damian Lillard against Miami, 8,900. You could take that shot. He wasn't play. Van Vliet. Van Vliet out here getting himself thrown out of games. Van Vliet put a bullseye on his head, talking about fuck the refs and the refs are fucking idiots. So I'm gonna stay away from Van Vliet until that bullseye calms down a little bit, because you know he's already a marked man. Um, when you call out the refs for making stupid calls, weird calls, suspicious calls, and we go through what we go through on a nightly basis. 2 plus 2 equals 4. But I'm gonna leave that alone for now, because I want to keep this video short. Kobe White, 7K. He's an okay play. Jordan Poole, I don't think I need to play Jordan Poole. What are they playing for? Jordan Poole started off the season hot. He got his big sis, you know, finally playing 30 minutes, still not doing nothing. His price came down to 6,100. Oh, who his big sis? Kuzma. You know that. I don't really understand what's going on in Washington. This is another team that has always been bad. Like, did I mention this already? Like, how you 10, 15, 20, 30 years you've been bad. When you had John Wall and Bradley Beal, you were still bad. You weren't doing nothing in the playoffs. You couldn't get past the Cavs. Giddy, who how can we ever get Giddy right? Who here gets Giddy right? Nobody gets Giddy. Giddy doesn't even get Giddy right. 29 fantasy points, which is awful at his price. 36 fantasy points, which is more digestible. Back down to 14, up to 41, 37. What's next? It's like a bag of Chex Mix. You never know what the fuck you're gonna get. I can't deal with this shit, man. This shit is so depressing. Like, you can't count on nothing. You can't count on it. You could barely. There's like 10 guys in this league you can count on. Um, Reeves is an okay play at 66. I don't even know how I missed him. Chris Paul. I'm not interested in Chris Paul, to be honest with you. If Rozier can't go, Hero gets a bump. Tyus Jones, I'm not interested in with. I mean, if he's your last man in, fine, but Durant will be back. So I'm not interested in Sexton on Utah. If I could avoid Utah and Portland, let's do that. These guys add new value, and then they're liable for random benching because their teams are tanking. The NBA just lets them do this shit. We can see it. The league can't see it. Give me a break. Um, who the fuck is this? This is Keontae George 55. If it's your last man in, okay. I mean, what is this? A 5-game slate? You know, you might get a piece of Utah here and there. It's not the end of the world, but I want to try to avoid him at all costs. If the sum of those starts, he's an okay play, but he's hit or miss. DiVincenzo, trade his ass. Just get him out of there. Send him to Italy or some shit. He's disgruntled because he's coming off the bench. Listen, that's not my problem. 10, I can't do it. I can't do it. Listen, at 5.2K, 23 fantasy points, does nothing for your lineups. You feel me? Just get him out of here. Get him out of here. Carrington, no thank you. 37 minutes, 29 fantasy points. 25 minutes, 23 fantasy points. 32 minutes, 27 fantasy points. 22 minutes, 7 fantasy points. Quick math say that he's less than a 1 fantasy point per minute player. And I don't really need all that. I don't need all that. Conley can't go. If DiVincenzo starts, he looks better. I'm still not thrilled. Russell, I don't need Russell. He's 4,500. They need to get rid of him also. Lonzo Ball needs to retire. I'm done. Like Lonzo. What's that other one? That fat one? What the fuck is his name? Damn, y'all know what I'm talking about too. Zion. Man, get these guys out of the league. Get these. I need a cigarette. We're not even at shooting guard yet. The rest of these guys are basically unplayable, to be honest with you. Like, unless something happens. They're unplayable. And you know another thing, too? I could take my advice or not. But a lot of guys, a lot of players, they start to check out before the holidays. So just be careful with that. Especially the All-Star break. But we're going into Thanksgiving. Some of these guys might be going to see their peoples, their family. They already checked out mentally. It happens. Levine's in play. Middleton's another one needs to retire. Middleton, Lonzo, Zion, fuck out of here. You can't be injured your whole career. The fuck is this? If y'all has heard at y'all job, right, for years, you think y'all getting paid? Man, I don't got no sympathy for these fucks. Get them out of here. Vass was another one. He about to be with them. Need to get his ass on the court. Fuckers like coming to work in street clothes. Castle 5'2" is in play. Next is in play. Connect is in play. Amen Thompson. You never know when these bench guys for Houston are gonna go off. It's like random. 22 minutes, 29 minutes. 17 minutes, 24 minutes. 35 minutes. Like, what are we doing? There's no rhyme or reason in the NBA anymore. It's just a fucking free-for-all. It's a fucking Royal Rumble. I think it's like that on purpose too, to be honest with you. I think it's where are we? I fucking hate the NBA. I really do. Champagne, we don't need Champagne. Duncan Robinson, I haven't played Duncan Robinson in like 2 years. Walker Alexander is supposed to get a bump if there's no Conley, but he doesn't really do anything. Wasn't he on New Orleans and he was supposed to be like the next big thing? Well, he's a fucking failure also. I'm sorry. Who else is here? Did Gary Trent have like one good game? 4K. Okay, 4K 26 fantasy points is cool. 4.3 and 23 fantasy points is okay. That's okay, but I need him to start. The rest of these guys are trash. They've been playing Jazang lately. 15, 16, 17 minutes, but can't depend on that. 3.2K Like, if you're playing a lot of lineups, I throw him in one. But you're playing one lineup and you play Johnny Jazang and he plays 9 minutes and give you 3 fantasy points, you can be mad at the world. Who else is down here? These guys are unplayable. Let's go to small forward. Jimmy Butler. I'm gonna play him. I'm gonna say play him because he obviously can play well when he feels like it. 250-point games back to back, and he doesn't take a lot of shots usually. So let's run back to Butler. If Rozier's out, let's give Butler another bump. He's under 8K. Let's play him before they bump his price. But still, don't be surprised if you see Butler to the locker room. Butler won't return. Marking has been a bit better, 7-4. Play him. Eason and Jabari Smith's minutes flip-flop. Jabari had the better game last game. Everybody's going to gravitate to Jabari. Tyree Eason's going to have a spectacular game. Tell me I'm lying. But I'm going to take the bait just to prove a point. We'll discuss that in about 20 seconds. Koulibaly's in play. McDaniels is in play. Jaquez Jr. hit the wall. Hachimura, we could take a shot. Noah Kogi. Barnes, if you're desperate. Player of the week, they said. Or they announced player of the week. Can you believe that? What a time to be alive. Dylan Brooks is trash. The rest of these guys are unplayable. I know it's a 5-game slate, but I'm gonna need some type of information, some type of news, because I'm not playing these bums. Listen, before I go to power forward, if you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking time to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. If you don't have time to wait for starting lineups, you don't have time to wait for news that they drop literally seconds before lock, no problem. Check out the Patreon link in the description. Check out the channel memberships right here on YouTube. I'll send you my finalized optimal lineups. I'm lying. I'll send you my finalized optimal up-to-date lineups right before lock. We'll update them after lock if any new news comes about. Check out the Patreon link in the description. Check out the channel memberships right here on YouTube. And that's that. All right. Anything else should be in the description. If you need to DM me about any type of business or anything, you need lineups. DFS_Chapo, TikTok, IG, and Twitter, X. Let's go to power forward. Yes, I'm not feeling well, so I'm trying to get through this video. Yes. Y'all guessed it correctly. I am rushing this video. Giannis 12K. If we do find any type of real value, you could absolutely play Angry Giannis. Braun, Lakers after a loss. This should be a close game. 10K. Fire him up. I prefer. Well, Durant's 8.3K. If he's under no restrictions, he's fine. Julius Randle 8.1K. I can't pay that money for him. I'd rather play Butler. I'd rather play Durant. I'd rather play Markkanen. I'd rather play John Collins. Jordan Poole's big sister, Kyle Kuzma, 6.3K. His price keeps dropping. He's not producing. He's better off going to Macy's and doing makeup. He'd probably be better at that than fucking being in the NBA. Fuck that. I don't care. Fucking 4 weeks into the season, he still hasn't shown up. And he's a champion. Isn't he a champion? Go figure. Yeah. Bobby Portis isn't play 5.5. How come Bobby Portis, right? How come Bobby Portis could come off the bench and give you 34, 19, 23, 29, 31 fantasy points in 24, 21? How come he does this all the time, but everybody else can't? You see what I'm saying? No dignity, no pride, no nothing. Just running up and down the court doing cardio. thinking about what they're going to talk about on their podcast immediately after the game. Bunch of dipsticks. Bunch of dipsticks and fuckboys, to be honest with you. Who else is here? I can't wait for Kyle Kuzma's podcast, Princess Radio. The fuck? Nas Reed, he was better when they had three centers. He was better when Carl Anthony Towns was there. Now they putting the spotlight on him. He don't know what to do. Give me Alex Hart 5K. No Royce O'Neal would. I don't think I need Royce O'Neal with Durant back. Jabari Smith Jr. 4,500. I'm gonna take the bait. I'm gonna play Jabari Smith Jr. Watch Tyree Eason go off for 50 fucking fantasy points. Look at this shit. 22, 10, 36, 8, 32. What are we doing? Look. I'm going to play him just to prove a point. Just to prove a point. Fucking NBA, man. Alright, what else is here? Nothing. A bunch of filler. Alright. Let's go to center. Let's wrap this up. Wemby 10.8 looks fine here. Always a better play on FanDuel where you get more points for blocks and steals. AD 10.5K absolutely in play. Fire him up. Sengun's in play. Bam's in play. Vooch is in play. Gobert's an okay play, but I don't trust Gobert. Nurkic doesn't play well against AD. That I have stamped in my brain. I'll pass on Nurkic. I'll pass on Lopez. I'd probably rather get to Kessler, to be honest with you, at 5,800. That Collins has become irrelevant with Wemby back. Valanciunas, if you want to be cute and you're playing a lot of lineups. Plumlee, if you want to be cute, backup center. Bassey, don't know how many minutes he's going to get now with Wemby back. Let's see. No way Wemby played that game. No, this is the game Zach Collins started. Okay. What else we got here? Jalen Smith. If that's your last man in, no problem. And I think that's about it. Look, I'm going to go in and get out of here. I appreciate y'all. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. Check out the Patreon, linked in the description. Check out the channel memberships right here on YouTube. Hope you had a profitable Monday night. And I'll talk to y'all later. Ciao.